Oops, I was muted. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I hope everyone had a great weekend and a great Easter. Let me look at my chat. Good morning, Booze Love. Let me know what your good news is. Let me remove this. Unpin the message here. If I can. It's not. What's wrong with my mouse? Okay, there we go. Booze Love, Sapphire, Lori, Shine On, Shay. Good morning, Shay Shay. How's everyone doing? Did y'all have a good Easter? I'm trying to unpin this message and okay, there it went. Let me refresh because my it's acting weird. Like I'm pushing stuff and it's like not working. Anyways, oh my gosh, y'all, the bottoms of my feet are killing me. Like, you know where you're like the ball under the heel right there, both of them are killing me. They're sore as crap. If y'all got any suggestions, let me know. I know I need to stay off my feet. My stinking goat keeps getting out. Yesterday she got out twice. I was going to do a live stream last night, and I went outside to put my goat up to go over there, and that little stinker was out again. But anyways, yesterday when I was walking her back through the woods, it's rocky as hell. I grilled my ankle, and it's my bad leg, the one that's got tendonitis on my Achilles heel. I hope like hell they put in a new fence. But anyways, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about Jennifer Dulos this morning, catch up on the Sarm Heslop case, and the rapper DMX is on life support. We're going to talk about that. So, with the Jennifer Dulos case, Lifetime Movie Network is going to make a movie. It airs June 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and it is called Gone Mom. Y'all know, like the movie Gone Girl. Do y'all remember when Jennifer's estranged husband, Fotis Dulos' attorney, Norm Pattis, came out and said that Jennifer Dulos had done the Gone Girl thing? Like, you know, she was responsible for her own disappearance trying to set up Fotis. A bunch of hogwash is what it was. Victim bashing. It's ridiculous. Cheryl T, good morning. Nurse teacher. I don't know if I said hi to you. Good morning. Girl, you take care. I know, Shannon. I got to stay off my feet. Hey, Colleen, you made it. I'm glad you made it. So let's pull up the Jennifer Dulos article. Who's going to be playing her? Annabeth Gosh? Is it Gosh? Gish? Hold on a minute. I'm going to show y'all. I just got to get to my daggone article. Oh, crap. I didn't save that one. Give me just 1 second. Because they're doing another movie about this woman who was a madam. And I think she ran like an escort service out of her suburban home. Also, I got something else to tell y'all about the Dulos case, about Fotis' estate. But I want to get this pulled up first. Oh my goodness. It looks like the colonel's at the door wanting out. He don't need to go out, guys. He just wanders about the house aimlessly. Bless his little heart. Or he's blind. Okay. Let me close out my Discord so it won't be beeping. It gets on my nerves. Hey, Red Rhyme, good morning. Sapphire, the ID channel did a documentary called Vanished in New Canaan. I know. When this movie comes out, of course, I'm going to be watching it, and I'm going to give a review on it, because I know just about everything there is to know about this case. You know, of course, some things slip my mind sometimes, but I know a lot about it. I followed it since it hit the news that she was missing. Okay, Jennifer Dulos, Anna Christina cases to be featured in Lifetime movies. And that is not Jennifer, that's that old stinking gal pal. These cases are going from the headlines to prime time. The unsolved disappearance of Connecticut mom Jennifer Dulos, escapades of soccer mom Madam Anna Christina will feature in two made-for-TV movies on Lifetime's summer slate. The flicks will premiere on back-to-back nights according to Deadline, starting at 8 p.m. on June 5th with Gone Mom, starring the X-Files alumna Annabeth is it Gish or Gish? I don't know. In the role, Gone Mom, recounts the 2019 disappearance of Jennifer Farber Dulos, a Connecticut mom of five. Investigators found forensic evidence, including the blood, at the 50-year-old's home that strongly suggested she was the victim of an assault, but Jennifer's remains unaccounted for today. At the time of her disappearance, Jennifer was in the midst of a contentious divorce and child custody battle with her husband, high-powered real estate developer Fotis Dulos, who will be portrayed by veteran actor Warren Christie. Oh, we gotta look him up and see what he looks like. Let me write that down. Warren Christie. I looked up what the other chick looks like, and she does favor Jennifer. Okay. Eventually charged with his wife's murder, Fotis Dulos took his own life while out on bail in June 2020, maintaining his innocence in a handwritten suicide note. His girlfriend, Michelle Traconis, has similarly pleaded not guilty, I can't pronounce that word right now, to charges of evidence tampering, hindering prosecution, and conspiracy to commit murder in connection to Jennifer's disappearance. Sometimes I get on here and I can't pronounce certain words because I don't know. I'm feeling anxious, I guess. The second movie, Soccer Mom Madam, will air June 6th at 8 p.m. and star One Tree Hill actress Jana Kramer as Christina. Christina pleaded guilty in 2012 to a single count of promoting prostitution to avoid a protracted trial on allegations that she served as a high-end madam to the stars, all while maintaining a quiet suburban life. Ooh, that one's going to be good too. Reached by the Post, Christina confirmed that the movie is based on her life story, but said that none of her well-heeled clients would be named, maintaining her years-long vow of silence. Some things should never be told, she said. Trust is a valuable asset. Well, that's the truth. I can't wait to see Gone Mom. I want to see if they do a good job on it. Now, they didn't do a good job on the Shanann Watts movie. Lifetime didn't. I was very disappointed. You know, Lifetime, they used to do all kinds of movies based on actual events, you know, true crime. And they were so good, like back in the 90s and stuff. But here in recent years, their movies suck. I have quit watching them because it's just the same thing. It's the same story, just different actors. You know, each movie is. It's just basically the same. Just got different actors and actresses. Okay, let me get to the chat. I'm gonna read y'all something else about Jennifer. I'm way behind here. I notice every time I switch tabs and get off my YouTube, it puts me way behind. Hey, Short Nice. Annabeth Gish is a little old to be playing Jennifer, in my opinion, but what do I know? How old is she, Cheryl T? Because Jennifer was 50. I believe she was actually 49. If I'm not mistaken, she was 49 when she disappeared and had a birthday not long after she disappeared. I'm pretty sure. But anyways. Okay. Yeah, prayers for the Dulos children. Yeah, let me share something else with y'all. So, Jennifer's mom has custody of the 5 kids, and she has been fighting in court for Fotis's estate because it really belongs to the kids, whatever's left over. Well, anyways, she decided not to pursue that anymore. Um, let's see, he had one retirement fund left, and it had $195,000 in it, but she decided to waive her interest in that because people were going to have to testify, and they were going to have to get Jennifer declared legally dead. And she just didn't want to put the kids through that. Let me get this pulled up, and I'm going to have to go let the Colonel out. I knew it was a mistake to stream in the kitchen. When I sit in the kitchen, these dogs aggravate the crap out of me. Hold on, Bubby. I want to get something pulled up. Okay. I'm so unorganized this morning. Hold on. He's over there grunting at me, y'all. Okay, hold on. One sec. Hold on. Well, goodness gracious. He was just outside. I'm telling you. This is probably why my feet hurt, because I can never sit down. Okay. Attorneys agreed to settle Fotis Dulos' estate without declaring Jennifer Farber Dulos legally dead, avoiding further trauma and stress on the couple's children. Well, usually a person has to be gone missing for at least 5 years before they can be declared legally dead. There's Fotis. Oh, we got to look up that guy in a minute to see if Fotis looks like him. Attorneys representing Jennifer Farber Dulos' 5 children and her mother, Gloria Farber, have agreed to waive their interest in a $195,000 retirement fund held by Farber Dulos' husband, Fotis Dulos, to settle his estate and protect the 5 surviving children from reliving further trauma and stress through a protracted probate proceeding. The settlement discussed before Judge Evelyn, Daly, Thursday in probate court in Farmington would avoid a thorny hearing over whether Jennifer, who's been missing since May 2019, should be declared legally dead to settle Fotis' estate. Daly had planned to hear testimony from state police and the medical examiner at an upcoming hearing before deciding whether to take the unprecedented step of declaring Jennifer dead more than 5 years before the state statutes say she should, so that Fotis' estate could access funds in one of his remaining retirement accounts. The statute inherently drags out an inheritance process that isn't in the best interest and potentially traumatizing to the children who lost both their parents. Attorney Christopher Hugg, who represents Fotis Dulos' estate, argued. Well, let me tell you something. Gloria, she don't need that money. She could sit down right now and write out a check for $195K and give it to them kids. She got money coming out her butt. She's very, very well off. And that's why Fotis wanted to marry Jennifer. He wanted to get his hands on some of their money, and he did. Jennifer's dad, Willard Farber, lent him money to start that development company, housing development company he had, building houses and stuff. And look, he would not pay them back. After Fotis and Jennifer, and he agreed to pay them back like so much every month, but after Fotis and Jennifer separated, he flat out wouldn't repay them. He said he took that as a gift. Hey, nobody's going to loan you $1 million, $2 million. Or give you just $2 million, say, here, this is a gift. You don't got to pay me back. Now, come on. And he was married when he first met Jennifer to another woman. And he divorced that woman, and a month later he married Jennifer. Okay. We're going to read more about Jennifer. Let me catch my chat up here. These dogs got me bumfuzzles. Yeah, Jennifer's aunt is Liz Claiborne. You know what, Sapphire? My granny loves Liz Claiborne clothes and things like that. Her shoes, her purses. I'm not too crazy about it myself. Some of their stuff's alright. It's kind of a little bit, I don't know, for older women like my granny, I guess. I think. So I found another little article here. Oh gosh, I'm showing I only got 13 people in here. Somebody please come in here. That's an unlucky number. Okay. This is called Scary Mommy True Crime. I am afraid of my husband, Jennifer Farber Dulos wrote in divorce paperwork filed on June 20th, 2017. I know that filing for divorce and filing this motion will enrage him. I know that he will retaliate by trying to harm me in some way. He has the attitude that he must always win at all costs. According to the filing, Jennifer's estranged husband, Fotis Dulos, an Ivy League educated high-end real estate developer who had been having an affair with a co-worker for a year, had exhibited irrational, unsafe, bullying, and threatening and controlling behavior. She also said Fotis had threatened to kidnap the couple's 5 children and take them with him to Greece, where he was from. 2 years after filing for divorce on May 24, 2019, Jennifer dropped her 5 kids off at school and was never seen again. 9 days after her disappearance, police arrested Fotis Dulos and his gal pal at the time, Michelle Troconis. We can take a look at Fotis. I've not watched that video in a long time, but we can take a look at that video in a minute. Why police believe Fotis Dulos was responsible for Jennifer Dulos' disappearance. Fotis insisted on his innocence until his death by suicide in January of 2020. Police discovered a note in the car near his unconscious body that said, in part, that he didn't want to spend an hour more in jail for something I had nothing to do with. Enough is enough. But investigators had ample evidence pointing to Fotis' involvement with Jennifer's disappearance. Even without the physical evidence they would later discover, they had Jennifer's divorce filing. According to the filing, in May of 2017, Fotis had demanded that Jennifer sign an agreement that would permit him to move his gal pal, along with her daughter, into the Dulos' 15,000 square foot home in Farmington, Connecticut. What a piece of crap. I'd have knocked his block off for saying that to me. When I disagreed, Jennifer wrote in the filing, he became enraged. I was terrified and ran out of the house. He continued to yell at me and chase me towards the road, Jennifer wrote. That the very next day she learned that her husband had purchased an illegal handgun from a friend. When she asked him to remove it from the home, she said, he told her he needed it for protection. On the evening of the day Jennifer went missing, at the same time investigators were knocking on her door. A man whose face was hidden under a baseball cap was caught on the city's surveillance system cameras in Hartford, Connecticut, disposing of plastic trash bags in the bins of multiple businesses and residences. 30 trash bags over a stretch of 4 miles. One of the bags went into a storm drain. He also put a set of tags in the storm drain, too. Fotis' cell phone records placed him on those streets at precisely the same time the man with the baseball cap was seen disposing of 30 garbage bags. Not only that, but the man in the baseball cap was driving a black Ford Raptor pickup truck, the same kind of truck Fotis Dulos drove, with the stickers in the same spot on the rear window, and a license plate that appeared to match Fotis's. Surveillance video also showed a woman in the passenger seat, which was Michelle Troconis. What detectives found in the bags. Although it was a week before detectives connected the trash bag videos with Jennifer's disappearance, they were still able to recover a few of the dumped garbage bags. In them, they found sponges, clothes, zip ties that were smeared with Jennifer Dulos's blood. At least one of the bags contained the DNA of Jennifer, Fotis, and Fotis's gal pal of the time, Michelle Troconis. Fotis and his girlfriend were promptly arrested for hindering prosecution and tampering with evidence. According to the arrest warrant affidavits, on May 24th, detectives had found enough blood in the garage where Jennifer parked her car to indicate a serious physical assault had occurred. The following day, they also found blood stains and spatters inside the house, as if someone had tried to clean up the scene. Yeah, they found Fotis's DNA on the kitchen faucet mixed in with Jennifer's DNA. And here's the thing. He was not permitted inside her home. When he came there, she didn't even like for him to come there. She told her maid, do not let him in the house. She didn't want him to know the layout of her house at all. I think they also found some blood on the mudroom door. Okay, the red Toyota Tacoma. Police were able to access camera footage from school buses and neighbor security cameras that put together a clear timeline of how they believe Fotis pulled off the murder. Police learned that Fotis borrowed a red Toyota Tacoma truck from an employee. That truck was seen by multiple cameras to be driving in the area of the home where Jennifer was staying, both before and after the hours during which they believe she was murdered. Police alleged Fotis drove to a spot near the house so he could lie in wait for Jennifer, then used her own Chevrolet Suburban to transport her body from the premises. The borrowed Toyota Tacoma is then seen going in the opposite direction after a period of 6 hours. Jennifer's Suburban was found abandoned in a park not far from her residence. What was that park called? Waveney Park, I believe. Yeah, I think that is. 5 days after Fotis had the borrowed truck cleaned and suggested his employee swap the seats from the truck with seats from a Porsche he owned. He demanded that guy do that. And, that wasn't Fotis's red truck. That was owned by his employee. But the employee was smart enough. He knew Jennifer was missing, so he was like, something's up. So he saved those truck seats and gave them to police, and Jennifer's blood was found on them. Why Fotis Dulos may have wanted to kill his wife. Not only were the couple embroiled in a contentious divorce, but Jennifer's parents were also in the process of suing their son-in-law because they said he had not been making payments on substantial loans he had taken from them. Jennifer's father, Hillard Farber, had been a senior vice president at Chase Manhattan Bank and would loan Fotis money for his real estate ventures. The lawsuit claimed Fotis owed Jennifer's father more than $2.5 million. Fotis also had little access to his kids due to the divorce proceedings. A judge had called him a liar who willingly ignored court orders by having his girlfriend around his 5 children, which court orders had specifically ordered him not to do. He was eventually only permitted supervised visitation every other weekend. Not allowed to discuss the case, not allowed to talk to his kids privately one-on-one, and not allowed to speak Greek to them as a way to get around the supervisor overhearing. Wow. He was a snake. Sadly, Jennifer Farber Dulos' body has never been found. Now, with Fotis Dulos also dead, it may never be. Their 5 children remain in the care of Jennifer's mother, Gloria Farber. That was a good article. I read it last night. I just wanted to share it with y'all. Some people didn't follow this case, so this kind of gives like a good case history. I can't believe it's going to be 2 years, May 24th, since she went missing. And they're still no closer to finding out where her body's at. They still don't know exactly what happened besides he was lying in wait for her. I know the garage where the attack took place was covered in blood. I'm just wondering if he like beat her to death with something, stabbed her to death, shot her, maybe all three. I just like to know what happened. Are they pressuring the gal pal for the location of her body? I think she lawyered up. She don't talk to him anymore. I think now the other person that was arrested, Kent Malhenny, he was Fotis's former attorney and friend. I think he may be cooperating with prosecutors because he's involved in this too. He helped plan this out. They all did. Fotis, Michelle, and Kent. And Kent had been in jail up until this past fall. He couldn't make his $2 million bond. Eventually, they reduced his bond and let him travel to Florida to see his dying father. And, people was like, suspicious of that. And it turns out he may be cooperating with prosecutors. They said they are willing to make a deal with him or Michelle for credible information. Hey, Booze Love, what was your good news, honey? I don't know if you ever typed it in the chat. Yeah, I didn't follow it, CC, so thank you. I had no clue that they had that much in, or what, Fotis, or whatever his name is. You know what? I don't pronounce Fotis' name right. It's actually pronounced Fotis. He is from Greece. Well, actually, he grew up in Greece. He's actually from Turkey. They have searched everywhere, Sapphire, for Jennifer. They have searched homes that they once lived in together that's empty that Fotis had access to. They have searched lakes in other states. They have searched parks. They have searched Fotis' house that he lived in the woods around it. Hold on, guys. Let me let the Colonel back in. Oh my gosh, I about fell. I slid on my floor. Stinking socks are slick. I about fell, guys. I got up and I slid from my kitchen into my ladder shelf. He is pure evil. With that much blood, I would imagine he killed her by bludgeoning or stabbing her, if I were to guess. That's what I think too, Cheryl T. I think that too. He had that gun that he purchased from somebody in Florida, and it wasn't purchased legally. Jennifer reported him for that, and he denied having the gun. Damn, my chat's behind again. What's wrong with this thing? Anyways, prayers for Jennifer's children and her mom and her friends. This has devastated them. Those poor kids. She had a set of twins. And then the others, there's 5 of them all together. I think, is there 2 set of twins or 1 set of twins? I think there may be 2 sets of twins. 2 sets of twins, and then they got the oldest girl, I believe. I can't remember. Hey, Mike. I hope you had a great Easter. Okay. So let's move on to Sarm Heslop. I got some things to share with y'all. Her friends have started her a TikTok, or started a TikTok so they can get the word out about her. We'll take a look at that after I read this article. Oh, we were going to look up and see what that guy looks like. Hold on a minute. That's going to play Fotis. Let me pull that up first. I want to see what he looks like. What was his name? Warren Christie? Okay. Are you freaking kidding me? This guy's hot. Fotis ain't hot. Oh, hold on, guys. Y'all got to see this guy. He's hot. I do have the right name, right? Yeah. There he is. He's going to play Fotis. Actually, Mark, he's not into true crime, but he followed this case. I used to give him updates all the time. Okay, so that's the guy that's going to play him. Let me show you the girl that's going to play Jennifer before I move on. If y'all don't know. I don't know if you pronounce her name Gish or what. Let me see if I can find even a similar picture to Jennifer. I mean, she's not a bad looking woman, this lady, but I don't know if I guess she kind of looks like Jennifer, kind of don't. This picture, she kind of looks like Jennifer. Let's see this one. I don't know, guys. They probably could have found someone that looked more like Jennifer. Anyhow. Okay. Let me find my Sarm Heslop stuff. Okay, so here's one article I wanted to share by Fox News about Sarm Heslop. She's been missing from the Virgin Islands. She disappeared from her boyfriend's yacht on March 7th. And his name is Ryan Bain. He's refused to cooperate with police and let them aboard his yacht called the Siren Song. Now, there's an article that says, experts say this is not normal. There's Sarm. We're going to take a look at her friend's TikTok, too, they got for her. More than 3 weeks into the search for missing British woman Sarm Heslop in the U.S. Virgin Islands, police have announced little progress in the case, and they haven't gone inside the yacht where she was last seen. Sarm, who is 41 years old, was last seen on her boyfriend Ryan Bain's catamaran, the Siren Song, on March 8th. Oh, my bad, I said 7th. Although police have not said conclusively if and when she returned to it that night. The couple was seen in public together hours earlier, leaving a bar and restaurant around 10 p.m. Bain reported her missing to police at 2:30 a.m. They told him to call the Coast Guard, and he didn't until almost 10 hours later. The mystery comes as U.S. Virgin Islands authorities are cracking down on a spike in violent crime. In October 2020, the U.S. Attorney Gretchen Shepard's office announced it was stepping up federal efforts to combat violent crime after an increase in homicides across the territory. Now, I know some of the locals were scared, maybe like if Sarm, they were thinking maybe like if she had swam to shore and been walking alone at night, they were thinking, someone could have done something to her, but that's not what happened. Ryan Bain done something to her, and then he got rid of her body. I think it's weird that they won't come out and say if she actually returned to the catamaran that night. I know they said they were reviewing security footage, but they never did say anything else about it. Okay. I'm not going to read their crime statistics. I want to get to the article about her family. Her mom and dad can't even come and help search for her because they're not allowed to leave the UK because of the coronavirus. Where did I do my article? Oh, here it is. And it's sad. They said all they want to do is hug their daughter, y'all. If you got nothing to hide, why wouldn't you let them? You don't got to talk to police. If you want to protect yourself, or whatever. You don't got to talk to them. But why not let them search the boat if nothing happened there bad? If you really did wake up and she was gone, why not let them on the catamaran? I don't get it. Okay, Sarm Heslop missing. Police push to search boyfriend's boat as parents' agony continues. Sarm Heslop's parents have said they dream of hugging their missing darling daughter again as police stepped up their bid to search her boyfriend's yacht. Former air hostess Sarm, 41, vanished from Ryan Banks' luxury catamaran last month while it was moored 50 foot off of St. John in the U.S. Virgin Islands. And there was another yacht anchored nearby. Not even, I don't know. It was very close. Local detectives say they may ask a judge to issue a search warrant for the vessel as Mr. Bain hasn't cooperated yet. Police spokesman Toby Derma told the Sunday People, "He's still refusing us boarding the boat, and we are still working to see what angles we can use." Sarm's heartbroken mum and dad, Peter and Brenda from Hertfordshire, are desperate to fly out to help search but can't due to COVID restrictions. There's that weird we want to be helping. We dream of being able to wrap our arms around our darling daughter. It's now over 3 weeks been It's now been over 3 weeks since Sarm went missing. We know that the Virgin Islands Police Department is doing as much as possible. Detectives have interviewed Sarm's family and friends in the UK as well as pals in the U.S. Virgin Islands. But wealthy American Mr. Bain, age 44, has since refused to let them access to his 47-foot vessel siren song and is refusing to talk. They word this crap weird. It don't look like, it don't look like my yacht. I don't think it got to be like gigantic considered a yacht, from my understanding. I don't know anything about boats because I live up in the freaking mountains. It's a beautiful picture of Sarm with the flower in her hair. It's one of my favorite pictures of her. Okay, Mr. Derma added, "We could get a search warrant so he won't be able to say no, but we would need to have probable cause. Ask what police need to show probable cause," he added. "That I won't get into. If we give that out, people take steps to make sure we don't get it." Sarm worked for the now defunct airline Fabi while living in Southampton for 8 years until 2016. Hey, take this stinking ad down. What is up with this? Can't get it to go down. Ah, crap. We don't want to watch that crap. I was trying to get this to go down. Damn it. I don't know what's wrong with it, guys. It's like I'm froze up. Let me quit screen sharing. My internet's acting weird today. Really weird. Okay, let me just see if I can finish reading. If it'll let me. Okay. She quit Britain 15 months ago to start a new life before meeting Mr. Bain on a dating app Tinder last July. Mr. Bain says he raised the alarm after finding she was gone at 2 a.m. Oh, that's at the beginning. Oh, it's all messed up, guys. I'm going to have to exit out. Basically, they're going to try to get a search warrant. I wonder what kind of probable cause that they need. Like, what are they looking for? I don't understand what they're looking for. Yes, that's how you pronounce it. She was in the movie Shag. I love that movie. My chat is so far behind here. Was she really on the boat? Well, now the boat that was more near them, the captain's name was, I believe it was David Walker. He said that they saw them out on the boat, him and his passengers. There were some people there on the boat with Captain Walker too, on vacation or something, a group of friends. But he said that Ryan Bain never yelled over to him or anyone else on that boat and said, "Hey, have you seen Sarm?" She's missing. Nothing. Ryan didn't call Captain Walker until like later on that day after Captain Walker then pulled up anchor and moved away. What happened is one of Sarm's friends called him. Then after he got off the phone with Sarm's friends, Ryan called him. It's just really strange, you wake up, someone's missing from a boat, and you're not freaking panicked. You don't ask the people that's anchored next to you, hey, did you see anything? Did you hear anything? And the people that were moored next to them, they didn't hear anything that night. But someone walking their dog on shore, because they were only like 50 foot from shore, said that they heard a woman screaming that night. Hey, Sunnyside Amelia. Evidence she could have hurt herself and fallen over. He admits that where she was not letting him look for a screen. Yeah, like one of her friends said, like, Sarm smoked cigarettes, so she would get up at night and, go out on the deck and smoke. And someone said, she could have fallen overboard, hit her head or something. But the water was crystal clear. They have searched the water. And the locals say if she was in the water, she would have washed up on shore by now. They know what they're talking about. They live beside the ocean all their freaking lives. Unless, she was anchored down, but even if he did, let's say he did kill her and put an anchor on her and throw her in the water, decomposition and bloat is going to take place with the body, and it would like rip apart, like Lacey Peterson's body did. I don't get the gap in time. The Coast Guard was notified. I don't get the gap in time either. And you know what? When the Coast Guard and police came, he came up on shore and met them. They did go on his boat one time. He tried to stop them. He tried to block their way from entering the boat, and they went on board anyways, but they couldn't look around, open anything up because they don't have a search warrant. That son of a bitch did something. He's not helped search for her or anything. If you got nothing to hide, why not let them look on the boat? Like I said, if he's afraid of incriminating himself or whatever, he don't got to talk to police, but at least let them search the catamaran. But it's been so long now. It's been over 3 weeks. Look how much time he's had to clean up. It is a crazy case. Yeah, no, Cece, that could be used to get a search warrant. So yeah, probably could be, crying shame. I hope they can use something to get one. They can't just make up something. They really got to have probable cause, because they got to do things by the book, or these criminals will weasel their way out of trouble. You know what I mean? They don't read them their Miranda rights and crap like that. Do it by the book. Yeah, I was just going to say this case is just shaking my head. I know it. I know she's not alive. Look, he's got a history of being abusive. As soon as his ex-wife, Corey Stevenson, who does look similar to Sarm in my opinion, as soon as she heard Sarm was missing, she contacted the U.S. Virgin Islands police and told them that Ryan Bain has a history of beating on women. And she had evidence to back up her claims. Police reports. He was arrested for hitting on her, beating on her. He spent 21 days in jail. She said he had a Jekyll and Hyde personality. Now, a lot of people could say, hey, she's a scorned ex-wife. I don't think so, because she's got police reports to back it up. I think she really was concerned for Sarm, because she was married to this man and she knows how he is. One time, they were coming from a wedding. She asked for directions. He went ballistic on her. When they got home, he pulled her out of the truck while she was still buckled in her seatbelt. I believe this is one of the times the police was called. He banged her head on the ground, chipping her tooth. Her face had blood and everything on it, the police report said. So she's not lying. He beat on her several times, and when she was divorcing him, she slept with a shotgun in her bed. She was terrified of him. She said 1 minute he would be fine, and like 2 seconds later, just a totally different personality. Here's something that she said reminded me of my ex. She said he would be nice in front of people, but then get home behind closed doors, and the Hyde would come out in him, like Jekyll and Hyde. He would totally flip to a crazy person. So, the experts say it's really unusual they've not been aboard his boat. So, here's what I think. Hey, this is a small island. All the locals know him. People in the police department probably know him. And so he's getting some kind of special treatment. There's a conspiracy going on here to protect Ryan Bain. That's what I think. Hey, if this had happened over here, any state here, they'd have had a search warrant. Now, they can find some probable cause. Some real probable cause. He may have some other illegal things on the boat, such as drugs or some type of contraband. Yes, yeah, he could be transporting drugs from island to island. Sounds like my ex. Nice in front of people, but behind closed doors, a lunatic. Yeah, I've had experiences with my ex-husband where we would have company leave, and he'd be all nice, and as soon as the door would close, the evil would come out in him. It's like a switch flipped on him or something. And usually it was because I looked one of his friends in the eye when I responded to one of their questions. I used to get the shit beat out of me for that all the time. He would tell me that I was flirting. Just because I make eye contact. Don't you supposed to look people in the eyes when you talk to them? I always have. And for a long time after that, I guess I was traumatized from it. I wouldn't look people in the eyes. Now it don't bother me now. I'm so sorry you guys have that trauma. I feel for you. Well, thanks, Amelia. Hey. Sometimes it bothers me when I'm on here talking. Most of the time it don't. If I start talking about it and telling, stories about it, I'll get to crying. Yeah, he was a pure asshole. My mom said she saw him the other day, a while back, a couple weeks ago, and he was still calling me his wife. Y'all, I have been divorced from him since I've been about, how old's my son? 15? About 17 years. I could absolutely understand that. Yeah, I cried on here one day. I was telling some story about what he used to do, and I broke down crying. Usually I don't do that. It just gets to me sometimes. Hey, you know what? I feel bad sometimes, but I don't got no sympathy or empathy for my ex. His name's Jeff. None. I don't care what happens to him. I'm a very loving, empathetic, sympathetic person, but I don't care what happens to him. I don't wish death on nobody, but I just don't care. Like, it wouldn't bother me. I'm just saying. He's got his karma, though. He's never had another woman since me. Because nobody will have him, because he's an alcoholic and he's a woman beater. He's good looking, but he's a woman beater. And he's sick in the head. Some of the things that he says, he's sick in the head. He's a predator. He preyed on me. I was an underage girl. I didn't know no better. I was 17. He's about 15 years older than me. I didn't know it at the time, but he's a pedophile. I was a kid, 17 years old, teenage girl. When I was 17, I probably looked like I was 23. I developed, fast. But still, when I think back on it, he preyed on me. He really did. Makes me sick. Okay. So let's move on from that. we're going to look at this TikTok. Let me get it pulled up. Hopefully, we can look at this without me signing in, because I can't remember my TikTok password. I use my TikTok on my phone, not laptop. Okay, so it's going to let me. I just want to copy this link and put it in the chat. This TikTok was created by Sarm's friends. Let's see, can I put the link in there? Jesus, that's a long link. No. It's not going to let me. Backspace. Let me refresh. I don't know what's wrong today, but my laptop's not working right. My Wi-Fi or something. I saw someone new in the chat, and I can't even get back to my chat. Oh my gosh. We're going to look at her TikTok. I got it pulled up. I'm just trying to get back into my damn chat. Jesus. What's going on? I'm sitting right beside the Wi-Fi tower. Or right across from it. Okay. So I'm just going to go back to my StreamYards here. We're going to share the TikTok. Then we're going to, after we do this, we're going to talk about DMX. Some people says he's OD'd. That's not been confirmed. Well, his manager said he had a heart attack. Okay. So here is the Find Sarm TikTok. I am following it on my phone. I'm not logged in here. Let's see if this will play.
I mean, there's all sorts of concerns. It's the timeline of things doesn't add up that we've got.
According to Virgin Islands police, the British woman and 44-year-old American Ryan Bain had dinner together on the island on March 7th and returned to his catamaran for the night. Around 2:30 a.m., Bain called 911 to report Heslop missing when he woke up and she was nowhere to be found. Officers instructed Bain to contact the U.S. Coast Guard, which he eventually did later that morning.
He was advised to call the Coast Guard, which he did do, but not until 11:46
Okay.
the next, later that morning. So that's almost 9 hours. For me, if you thought that she'd fallen overboard, then you would have called the Coast Guard straight away, or at least I would have.
Police immediately searched the land nearby, but say Bain denied requests to search the vessel.
I mean, there's all sorts of concerns. It's the timeline of things doesn't add up that we've got.
According to Virgin Islands police, the British woman and 44-year-old American Ryan Bain had dinner together on the island on March 7th and returned to his catamaran for the night. Around 2:30.
We know all that. I just wanted to show y'all some of the videos. Let's look at this one. Okay. I'll get y'all the link. I gotta get it off my phone though. This link up here, it's too long. It wouldn't let me share it in the daggone chat. Anyways, I wanted to share that. Now let's go on to DMX. Gosh, my chat's killing me here. Every time I go to another tab and I go back to my YouTube chat, it's behind. Incognito. Hey, welcome. Takes a really cold piece of trash to drop a 5-year-old in human waste. Aw, did that happen? That is so sad. Cece, your ex was so insecure he preyed on you. An underage teen. He was still so insecure. I know it. It's like he liked having a young wife, but it also drove him crazy. He was so jealous. But the police should have followed up with the Coast Guard immediately, in my opinion. Well, you would have thought that. Good point, Sapphire. Good point. Lucky I'm married now, not dealing with a person who's like that. Very happy. That's great to hear, Mike. I'm glad you're happy. I also find you're more likely to be hurt by someone you know well and love than a stranger. Yes, a lot of these cases, you're so right, a lot of these cases that we talk about, these people are hurt by someone they know, someone that's supposed to love them. Not strangers. Well, sometimes it is strangers. Oh my gosh, like I'm all froze up, y'all. I hope I can do the DMX story here. I don't think I need an update on my laptop. So they say the prognosis for DMX is not looking good. It says after he OD'd. I got another article that says that has not been confirmed. His manager is saying he had a heart attack. Okay, 7:25 p.m. We just got an official statement from DMX's rep last night. Earl DMX Simmons was rushed to the hospital after collapsing at his home. At this time, he remains in ICU in critical condition. Earl has been a warrior his entire life. This situation represents yet another road he must conquer. The rep goes on, the Simmons family appreciates the overwhelming outpour of heartfelt love, encouragement, support, and prayers for Earl. Earl is someone whose life and music have been a source of inspiration and strength to so many people around the world. It is reassuring to see his fans return that same passion and energy to him during his time of need. Okay, that is not, I want the latest article from Fox. So I know his family's going, he's in a hospital in New York. His family's going to hold a prayer vigil outside of the hospital. I think his kids have flown in to see him. Here's the other article. DMX family attorney says he's facing serious health issues in coma after heart attack. Heart attack. Not OD. Maybe he had a heart attack after he OD'd. Maybe the drugs did. I don't know. Okay. DMX's family spoke out about the rapper's condition after he was hospitalized and fell into a coma over the weekend. The 50-year-old rapper's family issued a brief statement about his condition while announcing that a prayer vigil will take place on Monday outside the New York hospital, where he remains on life support after suffering a heart attack. On Friday night, April 2nd, 2021, our brother, son, father, and colleague DMX, birth name of Earl Simmons, was admitted to White Plains, New York hospital facing serious health issues, the family said through a publicist. We ask that you please keep Earl and us in your thoughts, wishes, and prayers, as well as respect our privacy as we face these challenges. Another statement released Sunday afternoon said the rapper remained in a coma and was on a ventilator. Simmons' longtime lawyer, Murray Richmond, said the rapper was admitted to the intensive care unit at White Plains Hospital after going into cardiac arrest. Richmond said he could not confirm reports that DMX, age 50, overdosed on drugs and was not sure what caused the heart attack. He is truly an amazing person, Richmond told the New York Times. He walked into a room, he lit up the room. He couldn't help making you feel good in his presence. In a separate interview with New York's PIX11 News, Richmond noted that he is worried about the rapper's current condition. DMX's former manager, Nakia Walker, told BuzzFeed News that the musician is in a vegetative state and is suffering from lung and brain failure. Representatives for DMX did not immediately respond to Fox's News request for comment. Sources initially reported to TMZ that DMX had suffered his heart attack as a result of a drug overdose. However, that has yet to be confirmed. The Party Up in Here rapper is known to have previously battled substance abuse. The report states he last completed rehab in 2019 after serving a 1-year prison sentence for tax evasion. At the time, the rapper claimed the rehab stint was not a result of a relapse, instead was a preventative measure. Stars Missy Elliott and Viola Davis were among the first celebrities to react to the news on social media. Prayers for DMX and his family, Elliott wrote. Davis also tweeted she was praying for DMX. I said a prayer for him too, and I will continue to say prayers for him. This is not looking good, guys. I mean, if he's in a vegetative state, that probably means that, and don't got much brain activity, he probably won't come out of it, will he? Got any nurses in here? Nurse teacher, you still in here? I would say more than likely. I don't know if you can just have a heart attack and it puts you in a coma. I don't know because I don't know a lot about heart attacks. Uh, but I'm thinking that he probably did overdose, even though that's not being confirmed, and that's what caused the heart failure. Oh my God, I didn't know about DMX. Yes, it happened Friday night, Sapphire. This makes me worry about my brothers. They are active in addiction. My older brother and my younger brother. And I'm just afraid one day I'm going to get that call that one of them has overdosed and died or busted their heart with that stupid speed. Yes, shame. It's an accelerant or depressant can raise or lower your blood pressure to dangerous levels. Some people mix uppers and downers and the heart can't take it. Yeah, that's what I think they were saying about George Floyd, that he might have had some uppers and downers in him. He was speedballing. That's very dangerous. To take something that speeds up your heart and then take something like a Xanax or probably a pain pill would probably cause your heart to slow down too. Or good, he had a massive stroke along with that heart attack and blew a blood vessel or two. Oh, okay. So that could have put him in a coma without drug use. I would never want to be vegetative. I hope he comes out of it soon or they can let him pass. Me either, Carolina girl. I always said, hey, give me a little time on life support if that ever happens to me to see if I'm going to come out of it. But if there's no brain activity, I don't want to lay around like that. Every time I talk about vegetative state, my mind flashes back to that case of that young lady in that nursing home who was in a vegetative state, and a worker there raped her and got her pregnant. And the staff didn't even, they said they didn't know she was pregnant until she just gave birth one day. But she had almost drowned as a child, and it put her in a vegetative state, and she had been in that nursing home for years. And it's untelling how many times that man had raped her. And he was ugly looking, son of a bitch. My brother passed from an OD, very sad, but he refused to change to get help. Missed him every day. Oh, prayers, Mike. I had no idea. Prayers, Mike. Sorry to hear that. I can't imagine losing my brother. Anyone, or brothers. Let me say brothers. Let me scroll back up, chat. He got hooked on speed too. Oh, DMX. You know, a lot of these stars abuse drugs. You know, they got an endless supply of money, so they can freaking afford it. Team Tracy, her hubby takes good care of her, though. Holding on. Aw, prayers, it's a crying shame. I'm just reading the chat. Okay, let's see. Did I have anything else about DMX? No, I think that was the latest news about him. I did see something on Crime Online about a missing pregnant lady. Let's take a look at that before I get off of here. Of course, the Derek Chauvin trial's going on. Okay. This is a beautiful young lady. She's only 21 years old. She disappeared after having a fight with her boyfriend. And I believe they found his car burning. Can't remember exactly what this said because I was laying in bed last night trying to read it and fell asleep. Okay. Missing pregnant 21-year-old last seen with her boyfriend. His car later found on fire. So this is in Pennsylvania. Investigators in Pennsylvania are looking for a pregnant 21-year-old woman who disappeared this week after an argument with her boyfriend. Deanna Bryce was last seen on Tuesday at a laundry in Lansdowne with her boyfriend, 23-year-old Justin Smith. Bryce's mother, Betty Salini, told ABC6 that she called Smith, who admitted that the two had an argument. He goes, "She don't even want to talk to me," Salini told the station. "I said, I don't care. She's pregnant with your child." Salini also said Bryce, who is 14 weeks pregnant, has a serious medical condition and she hasn't taken her daily medication since Tuesday. And there's her boyfriend. Upper Darby Township Police said they found Smith's vehicle on fire in Philadelphia about 2 hours after they responded to the missing persons report. Bryce and her boyfriend were reportedly in the car when she was last seen. Investigators have looked through hours worth of video footage and neither Diana, Bryce, or Justin Smith were seen in, near, or around the car at the time of the fire. Upper Darby Police Superintendent Timothy Bernhardt said, according to CBS 3. Salini told the CBS station that she and Bryce went to Lansdowne Laundry Tuesday morning and that her daughter was visibly upset. She was upset. She just kept crying, Betty Salini said. "I asked her what was wrong. She said nothing, Mom." Early in the afternoon, she said Smith met up with Bryce. Salini said she finished her laundry and headed home, and Bryce told her she'd be there shortly, but she never arrived. Salini said that's when she called Smith, who said they argued and that Bryce got out of the car. Smith allegedly went looking for Bryce after speaking with Salini and reported back he couldn't find her. Salini said she told him she was going to file a missing persons report, but Smith objected. And he was like, crap. And he was like, "Oh my God, no, you better call me first." And I said, "What?" And the phone went dead, Salini said. And then here came the accident that his car was on fire. It's because he's probably killed this young lady, and he set that car on fire to cover up the evidence. That's why he didn't want her reported missing. Police said Bryce was last seen wearing a black short-sleeved t-shirt, black sweatpants, and pink and blue Ugg slides. She is described as 4 feet 11, 190 pounds. Oh, she's a little thing. With a small black heart tattoo on her right hand, a Mickey Mouse glove with the letters AJ on her left forearm, a rose on her left shoulder, and a right ankle tattoo with the word nanny on her shoulder, and my brother's keeper on her chest. Bryce's family told ABC6 that they had hired a private investigator to search for her, and her 4-year-old son wants to know where's my mommy. Oh, so she already has a child. Upper Darby police do not appear to have spoken with Smith about the disappearance because they have asked anyone with information about the whereabouts of either Bryce or Smith to contact them at 610-734-7677. So they haven't spoke to this Justin Smith because they can't find him. Anyone in Pennsylvania, keep your eye out for this guy. His name is Justin Smith. Police want to question him about what's her name? Diana Bryce is. Pretty young lady. She's short. What would they say, 4'11", something like that. Anyways, prayers for her and her family and friends. I hope they find her safe and sound, but it looks like he done something to her. He probably snapped on her. Okay, I'm back to my chat. I'm trying to fix it. Every time I click out, it goes behind. What is it about men you don't see women have fights with their boyfriends and kill them? It's got to be a difference in their brain. I could just get so tired of hearing it day after day. Me too, Cheryl. Because some of these men have a lot of insecurities. And they're control freaks, too. And when they see they're losing control of their victim, they snap. They snap and they take back that control by killing the victim. Sick weirdos. Anyways, we'll keep following this and see what happens with it. I'll look in the morning to see if there's any updates or tonight. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here. My daggone feet's killing me and I can't sit here on this bar stool anymore. But thanks for chatting. I may do a stream on the porch later if I can. If I don't get to today, definitely tomorrow evening. We'll have us some chit chat on the porch. But of course, I will see y'all in the morning, same time, same place, for some crime and coffee. Y'all have a great day. Be safe, be kind, and peace.